Hey kids, Peter Von Panda here. Hey, bought a Timex Expedition Scout watch, and you're gonna see it as I see it. So, cool thing here is Timex makes a lot of cool watches. I have a bunch of Timexes. They come in this cheaper packaging, which like I said, I dig. I like getting more value in my watch than in the packaging. And here we go. This Timex Expedition Sport Watch, it's kind of the traditional Timex design. And let's put it in there. Perfect. Sucker is running, so very cool. It's not a screw down crown. First of all, you just pull it out first position to set the time. And let's see if there's a second position for the date. I guess not. What you might have to do is roll over the midnight to change the date. See if I can do that quickly enough so we don't all get crazy bored by it. What I can tell you is this is an attractive looking watch. It has this, there we go, rolling over midnight, changes the date. It has this leather watch band, I assume it's leather, and it has a buckle closure and leather band with kind of unique stitching. So it is the kind of this distressed, a little bit of like vintage antique leather. It has the brown stitching there. It appears to be uniform from top to bottom. So it's a very straight band, which is the style I like better, because watch bands that taper maybe often tend to be too wide up here and too narrow on the buckle end. So I actually really like this band, just in terms of the price point on this watch, which is maybe about $30 or so. Decent watch bands and bands of this caliber can be 30 bucks or more. The watch buckle here is black, which helps match the ion plating of the case here, which is also black. And it's kind of, ion plating kind of feels a little bit like powder coating. There's a little bit of texture, kind of a little bit of a satin texture there, but the ion plating tends to stick around much better than obviously paint, and even sometimes powder coating, which can chip and flake and things like that. It seems like the crown here is ion plated too. The back is not. It's just a stainless steel that says what it is, water resistant to 50 meters, and the battery. So when you open it up, Timex and the Expedition logo there. So I'm actually pretty impressed with this, because the black color is kind of nice. It's kind of looks good. It's going to blend in well, but I'm impressed that in this price point too, you can get a decent ion plating. It's just going to be a mineral crystal, and it's flat. It doesn't protrude, so I don't think you have to worry about chipping it or smashing it too much. Mineral crystals are good for outdoor and activity watches because they don't shatter like sapphire. Now, I've never really had a bad sapphire shatter. It has happened to me where the sapphire has shattered, but it's been when the whole watch basically took a spill and bought the farm. So I've seen it happen. I kind of get the idea of why activity watches have mineral crystals. I kind of partially buy it, but I usually think it's kind of more to keep the price point down. That being said, it's a pretty good mineral crystal for the price point, I think. The dial here is maybe just slightly off-white, just maybe slightly skews to tan. It's kind of nice because it gives everything a little bit more of an earth tone feel. The black, the brown, the slightly vanilla cream colored dial here. Big, nice black numerals, Arabic numerals all the way around, with the 24, the 13 through 24 for military time inside. So really easy to give quick estimations. The other nice thing here is the detail on like the window here for the date is also in the same color, so it helps blend it in a little bit. It doesn't make it stand out. It also makes it not seem like an afterthought. I also like the sword style hand, like the broadsword style hands there, the white inlay and the arrow second hand there seems pretty. It's thin. I like it when things look like there's some detail, some really delicate features. Now, for some of you that are really anal about secondhand accuracy, this one seems to be lining up with the graduation marks pretty well. as good as I've seen on a Quartz. So keep that in mind. This one also has Indiglow on it. So the cool thing is here, if you push the crown in, you get the Indiglow to light up. It's not something that will stay on for a certain period of time. It's just as long as you hold the Indiglow on. Now, I'm pushing it in there and you can see it kind of just turn a little bit of that blue aqua. The light behind it is illuminating that. I'll give you some night shots of that. But I really like Indiglow. It's one of those cool things. It's easy to read. It's very bright. It doesn't project a lot of light, but it's one of those things that Timex has that honestly I wish were on other watches. Obviously only Quartz watches, but it's a really good feature. In particular, if you're doing a lot of night camping, things like that, I actually like being able to light up a watch purposely or on demand, as opposed to just having glow in the dark, which tends to fade. So especially if you're going to be in a dark area for a long period of time, it's just the superluminova can be kind of useless unless you have something like tritium, but that's usually reserved for much higher end watches. Not a super big watch here. Let me see if I can get you a measurement. By my calipers, it's a 40 millimeter case. So, a decent sized watch, but certainly not a super big watch. I'm going to throw it on the wrist here. I have a fairly large wrist at about 7.5 inches. Or that's generally where I wear the band because I like it a little bit looser. The cool thing is here, it's a pretty long, or maybe even an XL length band. I've got plenty of band here, despite how smaller watches tend to have a little bit of a shorter watch band. So it's a watch that you can easily wear. Doesn't look goofy big, doesn't look goofy small. You can even wear this, I could even wear this to work with this shirt. It's not bad. So just a nice casual watch and doesn't try to be too pretentious. Timex Men Expedition watch, like a lot of these watches, just a good solid watch. I really like Timex's. Peter Von Panda, out!